History of tourism and hospitality industry in the Philippines. The origin of tourism in the Philippines may be traced back to ancient times, when the first group of people chose to cross land bridges to reach the Philippines from the Malayan archipelago in the south and Taiwan in the north. Where, when, and how did the tourism and hospitality in the Philippines started? During his book, History of the Filipino People, Teodoro A. Agoncillo, a well-known Filipino historian, stated that the Malayan customs influenced the development of Filipino hospitality and most of the Filipino features. The industry of hospitality was said that it began around 4000 BC by Sumerians. Sumerians lived in an area called Mesopotamia near the Persian Gulf. They made alcoholic beverage by growing grain and built taverns to serve people in the area around them. The most popular tourist place. Filipino culture provides warm hospitality to all. Socio-cultural impact are associated with interactions. The Lascaux caves that are part of the UNESCO World Cultural Heritage are considered to be the first shelter where both an artistic cultural background as well as the accommodation of the people of a different tribe can be proven. Boracay Island was originally home to the Atik tribe. Boracay is part of Aklan province which became an independent province on April 25, 1956. Formerly undiscovered, it wasn't till the 1970s that tourism began to develop in Boracay, and the island became popular with backpackers in the 1980s. Baguio was one of the last strongholds of pre-Hispanic Philippines. Baguio City is touted as the summer capital of the Philippines. The tagline speaks of its high-altitude location which gives it a cool and refreshing atmosphere. Tourists love coming here especially during summers to escape the simmering lowland heat. These are the Vigan. It's one of Vigan's most well-known cultural attractions as well as one of the city's most popular tourist attractions. The cobblestone historic houses and Calisa of Calle Crisologo, also known as Vigan Heritage Village, are well known in Vigan. Horse-drawn carriage that used to be the old mode of transportation in the Philippines. Most famous haunted place in the Philippines features Camp Baguio, Malacanang Palace Manila, La Peral White House Baguio, Balete Drive, New Manila, Quezon City, Balay Grens, Silay City, Negros Occidental. This is a list of renowned haunted places in the Philippines, although there are many more. Popular Old Church, Manila Cathedral. This old church in the Philippines, known as the Calakhang Cathedral Basilica, Place. This is Laguindingan Airport. President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo, who lobbed for an international airport along the Cagayan de Oro Iligan Corridor, presided over the groundbreaking ceremonies of the Laguindingan Airport Development Project on January 10, 2006. With an estimated 2 million passengers traveling through it in 2019, Laguindingan Airport was the country's sixth busiest airport. Tourism in the Philippines traced its origin during the ancient times when the first set of people chose to migrate through land bridges, followed by the other sets of migrations from Malayan archipelago in the south and Taiwan in the north. As long as people have traveled, tourism has been recognized. Examples of early tourism include the story of Marco Polo in the 13th century, the Great Tour of the British nobility to Europe in the 18th century, and David Livingstone's adventures through Africa in the 19th century. As a result, tourism is a product of modern social arrangements which began in the 17th century in Western Europe, yet it has roots in classical antiquity. In 2018, tourism contributes 12.7% to the Philippines economy. The contribution of tourist industry to the gross domestic product (GDP) is evaluated by their percentage of tourism direct gross value added (TDGVA)